Welcome back to the Dynasty Football Maniacs. All right. I know you guys missed us. I know we left off on a mock draft, and we're going to do that again tonight, another mock draft. But then we got an episode coming up soon where we do a startup draft with the Dynasty League. So that's exciting and looking forward to that. It's the youngest one. She's like, I wonder what daddy's doing. All right. I'll probably edit that out. We're good. So today we're going to do a 3-round mock draft. I will start since last time I did evens. I will go odds. You'll do evens, and we're going to just do a full 3-round thing. We're getting really close to the draft. Draft's on the 24th, the NFL draft, and then a lot of the actual drafting for a lot of these dynasty leagues start happening after April. So in May, June, July becomes very active, and then we'll have some mock drafts for just fantasy in general that we'll kind of do, and we'll also do an overall ranking of the rookies once the draft is done. We'll tier that out in a 7-layer tier with all the rookies that are coming out. I think that'd be a fun activity. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited because I mean, so many rumors are flying, so many changes are happening. Free agency is wow. A lot of question marks still at some places, but some places are pretty much now it's like there's some crazy rumors going out. Like now Saunders might be going to the Saints. I mean, who knows where he'll land? Well, let's see where he lands in our draft. So this will be interesting. All right. So here, I guess we're going to start, Austin. I'm going to hit enter in this draft right here. And since I'm going to be on the clock first, I'm going to do odds. I guess at this point, I still believe the Tennessee is still going for a quarterback. I don't see anything different on that front. And I still believe it's going to be Cam Ward being drafted to Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I can see that. Actually, by the way it sounds, it looks like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one of them things like I don't think we're going to see anything different.
Right. All right. So now I'm on the clock. I have the Browns, and they could go. They could go for a quarterback too, but with everything I've been hearing and stuff, I really don't know if they will go quarterback right now. I do think they will bolster up that defense. I think they're going to go Abdul Carter.
You're going Abdul Carter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like that. All right, now we're on to the Giants, which has the great Russell Wilson leading the pack now, right?
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going to take the quarterback need off the board for first round because I have my quarterback. I have one of the greatest. Uh,
Mm.
that's a little bit sarcastic. I'm sorry. I just honestly, I don't see him going for a quarterback. I do see them trying to build up the interior. So I could see him going for a tackle, something like that. So I would definitely think Will Campbell from LSU being drafted by the Giants.
Okay. Well, I know the Patriots are going to need help regardless on either side. Whatever he decides to do, only time will tell, but regardless, they're going to need help on either side. So I think they're going to take Travis Hunter.
Oh, that would be a nice little fit at the
Because
Patriots.
because either way, they need help on either wide receiver or corner, depending on which way he wants to go. So
And that leads us into the Jacksonville Jaguars. And what else would look nice? You got Brian Thomas Jr., running up
Mhm.
one side. Why not add McMillan from Arizona with that
Okay.
combination? Now you
Okay.
give him something to play with. So yeah, I think they're going to draft him a wide receiver.
Okay. All right. So I'm back on the clock with the Raiders. And I think they're going to do it because their running back core is kind of booty cheeks right now. I think they're going to get Ashton Genty. I don't think they're going to play around. I think they're going to grab him. Bolster
I
up
would
that bolster up that running game to help Geno Smith out.
That definitely looks good to me. All right, so that moves on to the Jets wide receiver core. You got you got a running back room. You don't need nothing to add to it.
Well, no, not especially since Aaron Glenn came out and said he wants to do a committee now.
Yeah, so I mean, they do need some shoring up in the lines, but they did a lot of off-season maneuvering, so I think they've done pretty good. But they're still needing a tackle. Wide receivers, they have a lot of them out there. I think they'll actually go ahead and grab another wide receiver along with Garrett Wilson, and I believe they could end up drafting Mika Buka from Ohio State.
Okay. All right. So I'm back on the clock with the Panthers, and they're gonna need defensive help, and they're gonna need. I think they're gonna bolster up that defensive line because it was kind of atrocious last year. So I think they're gonna grab Mason Graham out of Michigan.
I can see that. Now I'm going to kind of go with the wild and crazy side of the rumors.
Do it.
I believe maybe it's some truth to it, and I like it because he does have a shoulder injury, and what they got in the back room ain't sufficient enough. So I would definitely see this happening. I believe the Saints would draft Saunders at
Okay.
pick 9.
Honestly, I can see that. Honestly, I can see that. All right, I'm back on the clock with the Bears, and we're going to give them some tackle help. They need help on the offensive line to keep Caleb Williams up. And I think we are going to go with Armand Membo, the tackle out of Missouri.
And you went with him. And on the next pick for San Francisco, I will also go with a tackle, but I'll be drafting Josh Simmons from Ohio State, sharing up, kind of shoring up that line there in San Francisco at pick 11.
Okay.
Now, you got the great Dallas. I like to see what this Jerry Jones will pull off.
Well, I'm sure everyone else is going to love it a lot better than what Jerry Jones will do.
Okay.
So, anyways, all right. So, here's here's where we can go with it. We're going to need offensive help, and we they could possibly reach, but for my sake, I'm not going to reach. With this running back class, how strong it is, I don't necessarily think we have to grab one right now. With how deep it is, I mean, you agree that the running back room this year is deeper than last year, right?
Oh, definitely. Now,
Right.
yeah.
So my thinking is, I think we're going to go on to the wide receiver side
Hmm.
because we need somebody on the opposite side of CD Lamb. And this isn't a sexy pick, but I think secretly he's going to actually be a sleeper. So let's go Matthew Golden, the wide
Oh,
receiver
I
out of
like that.
Texas.
I like that pick. And I don't think he's a sleeper. I think he's actually a star.
Well,
So
Oh, I know, but if you listen and hear recently, everyone's kind of down on him. But
Yeah,
you know,
well,
I think it's going to be one of those that they look down on him, but can actually do some amazing things. That's just my opinion, though. All right, so
now
you are
Miami needs a lot of help. They need defensive linemen. They need quarterbacks. They need everything. So I believe at this time, I think a good fit for the Dolphins would be Kevin Banks Jr. from Texas tackle.
I can see that. All right, the Indianapolis Colts. So right now they're having a quarterback battle between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. Take that as you will. Um, but regardless of whoever decides to be it, they are going to need some help in the offensive weapon, and I think they're going to get a tight end because they need a tight end, and I think they're going to get the Penn State tight end Tyler Warren.
I like that. I like that pick. Now we're down in Atlanta. Atlanta needs a little bit of line work, but I think it's a little too early for that. Really, I do. I think the guard and the center come later, maybe second round. I could see more going for a wide receiver at this time. And the wide receiver, I believe they will go for is Alec Amanier from Sanford. I think they'll draft him.
Okay. All right. So I am back on the clock.
With one of my favorite
And
teams.
so do me a favor. Will you pull up their needs and will you throw me inside offensive lineman, sir?
Well, I did. I threw you offensive eye. Yeah, I did.
Wonderful.
And then I got your cornerbacks coming up.
Wonderful.
And there
So,
you go.
all right. So, let's see. Let me scroll down a little bit. Okay. So, all right. Go back up because I think I've made my decision. So, they need some defensive help bad, and I'm really liking this kid a lot more. So I think the Cardinals are going to pick Will Johnson, the corner out of Michigan.
That's who I was looking at. I think he's a lot more highly rated. Now we're going to go running into the Bengals, and they need defensive assistance. So I'm mainly just going to look at the linebackers and the defensive line. And I believe that the Bengals will end up drafting Jahad Campbell from Alabama.
Okay.
That'll kind of shore up one of their definite needs because I think the other need they need is like an inside lineman, and I think you get that more in the second, third round. So I don't think they're going to really go out and get that. They're going to try to get what they can get now,
All right.
defensive wise.
All right. So I'm back on the clock with the Seahawks, and I already have my pick, so you
Oh,
don't have
okay.
to do any of that because it's not on their needs. But if you look on their team, they really need one, and they need to get all the help they can get on the offense because besides Jackson Smith and Jigba, and well now Cooper Cup, but I don't know who else you're going to throw it to. So we're going to give him some tight end love. We're going to give him Colston Loveland.
Oh, okay. I was not expecting that one. So that's a tight end right down there. Okay. Well, I didn't think it was going to take there. I didn't think my computer agreed with you there for a minute. It was like I was clicking the button. It was like
Well,
not accepting it.
you're going to have to do it.
Force it. All right. So now we got Tampa Bay at pick 19. And per the professionals and what they say, a little technical difficulty. They're needing edge rusher, linebacker, and DB, cornerback or safety will be basically the same thing. So let's see what we got. I believe Tampa, what would really help Tampa, and it's always helped Tampa, is a good safety. I believe they will draft Malik Starks from Georgia.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see that. All right.
Oh,
Now I'm on the
team is,
clock.
yeah, the great team.
I have Sean Payton as my coach. So
I'm just going to go ahead and bring up what he would really do.
and I already had the pick, so but you're good right there because that was the group I was going for because they don't really have a running core right now. It's bad. So I think we are going to get Amarion Hampton, the running back out of North Carolina.
All right. We'll take deep breaths every time I see this.
Do it.
Because though I've looked at other sites, and this site is way off on its rankings. Like, but it's the best one for the mock, so I'm good with it. I'm like, all right with it, whatever. Everybody 410, I think they just got up, and then like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna let it go and digress. But yeah, my opinion, the best running back other than Ashton Jetney is Travis Henderson from Ohio State. But I will digress, and that is a normal back.
Who do you think he's better over?
He's better over Hampton. I guarantee
Oh,
he'll be a
okay.
lot better pro.
Well, I thought you was going to say somebody else because I definitely agree with you with everybody else.
I wouldn't say Jetney. I'd give Jetney the edge on him. But
I really like Henderson too, but I have him third, but I still really
yeah.
like him, so I would still grab
So
him regardless.
yeah, just knowing his history with New Orleans Saints and what he done and the kind of backs he picked, that would be the back he would pick because he's small built, catches and runs. And
Yeah,
just
but he's also had a big bruiser back there too, like Pierre Thomas and Mark Ingram too.
yeah, well, Mark Ingram was a waste of his pick. He even admitted that. So
No, Mark Ingram was really good.
what, 1 year?
I have not seen him say any of that. And no, it was more than 1 year. I know you hating on him right now. It's okay. I get it.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, so I get the great, lovely Steelers Nation. And I will do them justice. No, I will not give them Will Howard again. You guys can calm down. It's not going to happen. They might need it. They need something. Let's see here. So they definitely need a running back too. Even though they got Warren, they did lose Najee Harris. They need a tackle. So what I'm gonna do is do this. I'm gonna put the running backs up here. I'm gonna put the tackles up here. And I'm gonna totally throw all this stuff out. But I honestly think because Warren's a good receiver. He go out and get the ball. They need a third down back. They really do. And I think they'll pick their third down back as Quinshawn Junkins from Ohio State.
Over Henderson? Wow. Okay.
Well, Warren's a receiver. I mean, why would you get two? They're both 1,000-yard.
I've seen it work with two. But
yeah,
I get it. Whatever. Yeah. Hey, it's your pick. You got it, brother. You got it.
yeah. So let's go to the Chargers, number 22.
All right. So they are going to. There's several ways we can go about this, but I think they really need to. Yeah, I think they need to get somebody to go with Lad McConkey.
Definitely, I'm with you on that.
They need to go have somebody go with Lad McConkey because right now Lad McConkey is that receiving core. So Justin Herbert needs some more people to throw to, so we're gonna give him Luther Burden
I
third out
like
of the
that
three.
because yeah, that's a good pick. Luther Burden's a good wide receiver. And for people that really didn't keep up with the Chargers, I mean, you got to look at it like this. Lad McConkey had like 200 yards in a game, right? They were
He was
trying to
there.
pass balls to that tight end, Will Disley, but it wasn't doing that well. And you give him another wide receiver, then you kind of then open that whole spread. It kind of like goes to the Jacksonville thing. You add them another wide receiver, now you got two on each side. And the Giants are going to end up having to do it. They're going to have to find that extra guy to kind of alleviate the Malik neighbors. So now we got Green Bay. What does Green Bay need? Really, they just don't need anything. I don't know why they would still need wide receivers with all what they have, but I think they'll mainly focus on defense.
Well, I guess it's more of depending on who you think is actually their number one wide receiver. I reckon.
That's true. That's a good guess this year. I think
I,
that's a conversation in another show. Who
I
is going to
guess.
be the wide receiver one out of that group?
I mean, I guess that's the only reason why I could see them going for another wide receiver because I'm like, well, we don't have a
Oh,
definite number one, so why not throw another one in there to make it even more complicated?
yeah. So yeah, yeah, you can't argue that. So I believe Green Bay will kind of shore up their defense a little bit. And I believe the next cornerback, and I think it's been a while, he's been sitting on the board for a minute. I believe Jaheed Barron from Texas would be drafted to Green Bay.
Okay.
And that's pick 23. Now, pick 24, Minnesota Vikings, which
All
still
right.
blows my mind they let their quarterback go. But here we go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to let him. You have to let him go after he choked in the most important times.
Well, quarterbacks choke, but he made it in that important time.
Barely, but I think a lot of other
So
factors really
you
helped him.
don't. So you're saying Baker
Do, do
Mayfield
you
did a
do you,
better presence
do you
than he
think
did?
do you think Sam Darnold's going to do as good with Seattle?
No, I do not. I think
Okay.
he's going to
All right
totally
then.
flop.
All right then. I rest my case.
Yeah, I think if Baker Mayfield went anywhere, he'd do great. It wouldn't really matter.
We'll
He,
see. That Baker Mayfield is better than Sam Darnold. So
okay. So we can't. Yeah, it's an apple and an orange. I got you. All right.
I'm.
So, which one do you prefer, the orange or the apple? I'm going to eat the orange.
so
uh, which I do
we're
like apples too. I mean,
so we are going to do something a little different.
are we?
Yes, we are, and they need help specifically in and basically, they really need help in the safety department a lot more than because I know they got defensive back, so it really means both. And you're gonna call me crazy, but
All right.
I really like this kid,
Okay. Let's hear it.
and I'm gonna get. And you know how I feel about them Gamecocks, so I'm gonna get Nick Amenore out of South Carolina.
Wow. I did not see that Gamecock get pulled out so soon.
Dude, I have watched more on him, and he is. I really predict him to be really good.
All right. Now we got look at Texans need is slim and slimmer. Yeah, they need a wide receiver. And they need a O line. Oh, wow. I hit O line and look at what popped up.
There you go.
But I don't. Yeah, well, yeah. There you go. I think when the stars align, as they would say in the past, and the moon is overhead, you would take Tyler Booker from Alabama, and he's your guard.
Oh,
That
there
or
you go.
he would definitely help out the Texans. All right.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt.
All right. So 26 pick is on the clock. LA Rams.
All right, so we are going to. I see a good one there,
Hmm.
and I think we are going to help their linebacking core, and we're going to grab Jalen Walker out of Georgia.
Ooh, I like that pick. Now we're on pick 28. What does the Lions need? And do they really need anybody? They always need something. They're rough and tough up there. They're tearing
You,
each other up.
you mean the
Like,
Ravens, right? Not the
oh,
Lions.
I got the Ravens. I skipped the Ravens. I was like excited about the whoa.
I
Pick
have the
27.
Lions.
I know. I gotta slow down. All right, I get pick 27, and I got the Ravens. Okay, the Ravens don't need much. They just need some shoring up for like help out in the front. They need an edge rusher. Let me take that wide receiver off because I don't think they're going to go for that. And even though they say edge rushers, I like to throw linebackers in there. Anytime I see DBs count as safeties too.
Yeah,
So
it's
when I look
safety,
at
corner,
this,
either or.
I believe they will go after James Pierce Jr., Tennessee. He just fits that profile of the Ravens defense. I just don't see him or Malik Williams, but I'm going to go with James Pierce Jr., Tennessee guy.
Excellent choice.
All right. Now I will turn the Lions over to you.
So we are going to give Aiden Hutchinson a best friend on the other side of
Oh,
him.
okay.
And we are going to get Mikael Williams out of Georgia.
Oh, I like that.
So why not make their defense a little bit better?
All right, here comes the surprise last year. Them Washington Commanders, or as I would prefer to call them something else, the Redskins, but they have yet to go back to
That's what
that.
they deserve, damn it.
I know. But here we go. I mean, Washington, what an impressive season. Jaden Daniel, wow. I hope he pulls off another season. I hope they pull it together. So they need a running back, they need a guard. So I will definitely see what the running backs offer. I will see what inside linebackers will offer. And I will see. They say edge and cornerback is needed too. Not quarterback, cornerback. Uh, mm. You know what I would like to see paired up? And that would be a good pair. That would make that offense even more explosive than what they have with Jaden Daniels. Trevion
Okay.
Henderson getting drafted to the Washington Commanders.
Really? Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. That was the last thing I'll see. But okay. Okay.
All right. So the Bills are on the clock.
All right. So they need defensive help. They need defensive line help. I already have my pick. And we're gonna go with defensive the defensive inside or defensive tackle, however you want to say it. We're gonna go with Kenneth Grant out of Michigan.
Kevin Grant out of Michigan. Okay. Now, Kansas City, they need help because what loses them the game is people rushing in. And they definitely need a line to protect them.
Well, that would be true.
I'm
Good
looking
sir.
more for a guard, and my guard has already went off the clock. Who took him? But that's fine. I guess I will go with Tate Ratledge from Georgia,
All
going to
right.
Kansas City Chiefs. All right, the Eagles are on the board.
All right. So I have the Eagles.
What a dominant team! I tell you what, that's impressive. Go ahead.
Just enjoy it while you can.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy it for the next 10 years. I don't know what the Cowboys are gonna be doing.
That's fine. We're probably gonna see you cry like a bitch. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to edit that out.
Oh no, I'm not.
Are you sure?
I,
Are you sure
I'm just.
YouTube's gonna allow it?
I think you said which.
There you go. That's what I said. I knew I said something along the lines.
Yeah.
Anyways,
And now I'm going to
anyways,
sing the song Oompa Oompa for you. So,
so we are going to pick the worst possible player for the Eagles.
okay.
I'm joking. We're not going to do that. I ain't going to do you like that. But they are going to need some edge help. And I think he's failed long enough I think we're going to give them Mike Green out of Marshall.
I can deal with that. All right. Now, pick 33 is on the clock. And we are at the Browns. And the Browns have yet to take a quarterback. Do we take the quarterback now? Or do we go with something else? Interesting.
Oh, good thing I'm writing my picks down since the Browns. I picked for the Browns first, and now you're picking for them.
Yeah, I took over the Browns. So let me see. What do I want to do for the Browns? First, I got to quit scrolling through the things here. So I will pull up quarterbacks, and then I will pull up running backs, and then I will pull up wide receiver, and then I would pull up tackle. I'm just going to pull every position, see what's the best fit for them. And as I look at this, they do need wide receivers. They need running backs, and I do see a nice wide receiver I like a lot. I think he's kind of fell too long. And I like both of the quarterbacks that are present too, but I'm a bigger fan of Jaden Higgins from Iowa State. So I definitely draft him to the Browns. I think he'd be a good fit.
Okay.
And then the wonderful Russell Wilson team, the Giants. Let's get it. Next national champions.
All right. Remind me who you picked for the Giants.
The Giants, I picked Will Campbell.
Okay. So you picked offensive line. So now what we're going to do is they do need some defensive help. They really do need some defensive help too. So I think we're gonna give the Giants. They're gonna get the corner out of Mississippi, Trey Amos.
I like that. Well, I didn't think it was going to. Why does it always freeze up when you pick a pick? It's like it hesitates. It's like, but maybe it doesn't. It's like building the excitement. All right, I got the Titans again. I got to figure out what I did for the Titans a minute ago because it was my pick the last time, right when we did the Titans.
It was because it was number one. So you picked Cam Ward.
Yeah, that was easy enough to remember. So what am I going to give Cam Ward? He needs wide receivers. He needs edge rushers. They need linebackers. Which edge rushers, linebackers, kind of all intermix in a way. Let's see here. Ooh. I like Nick Scorton from Texas A&M, edge rusher. Headed to the Titans.
Okay.
Oh, mine froze up now. Oh, there it goes. All right, we're just glitching over there.
All right. Well, I got the Jags this time.
All right, pick 36, Jaguars on the clock. Who are you going for?
Or do you remember who you picked for the Jags last time?
I picked a wide receiver.
Okay, that's right. All right, so let's see from what we got right now. All right, you know what? They do need some so how about we go we're going to give them okay, yeah, I already didn't have to pick after his name popped up too. So we're gonna pick Walter Nolan because they need some inside defensive help.
All right, pick 37. We got the Raiders on the clock.
And I picked Ashton Genty for them.
Yep, and I don't think Ashton Jentney's going to get the job done. I think they need a running back crew there, but they're not going to draft a running back right now. They're going to draft a running back in the 7th round.
Okay.
And I'm predicting that now, so everybody knows that's going to happen. So
Oh God, a 7th round running back.
yeah, he's a backup of a backup. Here we go. So they need a little help everywhere, don't they? I believe they will end up drafting Derek Harmon, defensive line out of Oregon.
Okay.
Number 38, Patriots on the clock.
All right. So last time I drafted Travis Hunter for them. So now we're going to pull up. Yeah, we're going to pull up them and offensive line. That's what they really need right now. So, as much as I like Cam Scattaboo, I don't think that's where they're going. But I do think they are going to go for a running back. And I'm starting to grow. I think it's gonna. I think they're gonna pick Dylan Sampson.
All right, Dylan Sampson. All right, Chicago Bears on the clock.
I picked them a tackle last time.
I know you did. So I am jumping right to where they need help. The Bears are dirty and nasty at times. And the only player from college that I know that's dirty and nasty get his helmet ripped off and give you a dirty stare. I think they could possibly draft Cam Scattaboo as their running back. I like it. Tough, gritty. Saints are on the clock, and I gave them a quarterback.
Okay, so with that being said, we are go. So I know you gave them a quarterback. They already have Chris Olave. I know they need somebody else. But they also need help on the defensive line. Out of these group, I think we're gonna go with Darius Alexander out of Toledo.
Yes, I believe he'd be a really good pick for defensive line. And look at that. Chicago is back on the clock, and we picked the Cam guy. And we definitely need defensive line. I could have went either way with that, couldn't I? I didn't realize they had a back-to-back, a two-rounder. Got a two-rounder here. 2 picks in 1 round due to the trade to Carolina. So let's see. I believe. Tough one. They need a safety. It's tough between these two. I'm trying to really decide. I'm going to go ahead and say they're going to draft Kevin Winston Jr. from Penn State. I like Xavier Watts a lot too. So it's kind of like I look at both of them safeties and I'm like, oh, I have to pick. It's like, can I have them both? It's kind of hard. So now we have the Jets on the clock.
All right. What did you pick for them last time?
The Jets?
Yeah.
I had picked them a wide receiver.
Okay, so you already done got them a wide receiver, so I don't think we're going to really worry about wide receiver right now. We'll pull them up. We'll pull offensive tackles, and then we'll pull the DIs up because that's what they need. And Yeah, he does need some. He is gonna need some. Justin Fields is gonna need some offensive line help. So we're gonna go with Gray Zabel, the out of North Dakota State.
All right. And we got the great San Francisco back on the clock. And I know I was already shoring up the offensive line, I believe. Yep. I picked Josh Simmons on the last go. And I do believe they still need help on that whole interior line, but they also need some defensive linemen. And I think we're going too late to waste our picks on any more offensive linemen because we got a lot of good defensive linemen still up front that need to get picked. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I'm going to go ahead and pick Talik Williams out of Ohio State, defensive lineman going to San Francisco. I think that would be a good pick. Oh, you now have the Cowboys again. You got them on back-to-back picks.
All right, so we went wide receiver last time. So we are going to go to a different approach this time. So pull them up, and then you're gonna pull. Oh man, there's some good players.
Yeah, but we know, really, honestly, you got to count 30 down, and that's what Jerry Jones is going to pick.
All right, so what we're gonna do is, we are going to go back up. I know Eagles fans are dyslexic and stuff, so but I need to we need to be right here. And we are going to pick Shamir Stewart, the edge out of Texas A&M.
All right. Now we got the great Colts on the thing, and they need help everywhere, but they really do need a tight end.
Well, I already drafted them a tight end in the first round.
Yes, you did. You drafted them Colston, didn't you?
I drafted Tyler Warren.
Tyron Warren. Yep. All right. So then we go inside linebacker for the guard, edge rusher, and linebacker, and safety. He keeps falling. He keeps falling. Devion from Boston College. I believe they will draft him to the Colts, pick 45. That puts Atlanta at pick 46. What are you going to give the great Atlanta Falcons?
Oh, what did you give them in the first round?
I believe I gave them, I can't, have to take a look real quick. Hold on.
Oh, I just saw them. You gave them a wide receiver.
Yep. Shored up that line.
All right, so since you went wide receiver, we're not going to worry about that position.
They need a center, need an edge, and they need a linebacker.
All right, so yeah, we're definitely gonna go with Landon Jackson out of Arkansas.
All right, so I got Arizona, and I'm definitely going to still stick with the defensive side here, and I am going to go ahead and get Omar Norman Lott from Tennessee. Man, I'll put the Dolphins on the board at pick 48.
All right. Didn't you go offensive lineman for them?
Yes, I did, because two of them need everything they can get. They need guards, they need tackles, they need it all.
They probably might get another one too.
They need it. They didn't do nothing on the off season to really shore any of that up. So if you don't want the man
I
getting
can't.
hit and knocked out,
I can't remember if you got a guard or tackle, but I think they need to go with
we're here. Tackle.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember which position you went.
I believe I had picked a tackle. Hold on. Let's just double check. The Dolphins pick was tackle Kevin Banks Jr. from Texas is who I picked.
Okay.
I'm being lazy today, guys. I'm not writing it down. I'm just scrolling backwards.
Well, you know what? I don't think you can have too many.
No, you need a couple of them up there,
I
don't
don't
you?
think you need too many tackles because, in all honesty, you can actually switch them around
Yes,
on
they
the
help
offensive
out.
line. So just get Josh Cornley Jr. out of Oregon.
Well, I like that pick. And they kind of hey now Oregon's line. I mean, they kept that quarterback protected most of the time. That's why Oregon had such a good game. Now we're going to the Bengals, and they need defensive guys. They need defense. I believe they're going to focus defense the first couple rounds. They definitely need a little bit of guard too, so we'll throw that in there and see what comes up. Ooh, I can't pass that one up. So yeah, I believe the Bengals will get Devion Jackson from Ohio State tackle. That'll put the Seahawks, which they also need a lot of help in the protection. So
Well, we gave them a tight end last round, so he's got a little help. So now they were going offensive lineman.
I'm surprised they need a center. I see a lot of teams this year need centers.
Well, you can really make anybody a center, honestly.
Yeah,
On,
yeah, yeah.
at least on the offensive line. I mean, just ask Jason
Uh,
Kelsey.
Kelsey was special. You couldn't do it like Kelsey. Let's just be straight.
Yeah, he likes to take it in over here. Anyways,
Oh, don't now
um,
you can talk Travis like
so
that, but you don't
we're
talk
going to
about
go
Jason.
with they're going to grab they're going to grab Jared Wilson out of Georgia.
All right. Yeah, I take offense to that if you're going to talk about him. I mean, we can talk about Travis all day long, but you don't bring up the other Kelsey, okay? You leave him out of your mouth. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, I love him.
Just hated he played for the Eagles.
I know. He played for the greatest team of all times.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, he did. We'll just be
I,
honest.
I don't know. I think New England might have something to say about that.
No, they won a Super Bowl with Jason Kelsey on it. Remember that
Well,
one?
I mean, Patriots got like what
Well,
six,
that doesn't
7
matter what
wins.
the Patriots have. I'm not talking about the
Oh,
Patriots. I'm talking about my Eagles.
Oh, I mean, I'm just stating facts.
Mm.
Anyways,
All
okay, so
right.
you're on the clock with the Broncos.
Yep.
And we picked the running back for them last time.
Yes, we did. So I can't go running back this time, even though I think the running back I would have picked for him. But here we are. I go, since I'm picking for him now, I think we're going to shore up that defensive group. Well, I don't know. I mean, Bo Nix is doing pretty good with wide receivers. He does need a wide receiver.
I
There's a
think
couple.
he needs more than just Cortland Sutton.
Yeah. So I'm looking here. The one I like out of the group is Trey Harris from Mississippi. So that is who I'm going to draft. I think he'd fit really good with that core.
Okay. So Seahawks.
Now Tampa is on the clock, and it looks like Tampa's only begging for defensive players.
Really? That's weird. Hey, throw me your receivers up there while you're doing the defensive players because I think they could use at least an extra pair of hands, especially since Cooper Cup's only like really on a 1 year deal, really.
All right, there you go.
Oh, I do like him though. Oh man, but I still think that offense just still needs help. So I think we're going to give them Jack Botch out of TCU.
All right. Boy, did I mix that up? Did you give that to the Seahawks?
No, yeah, I did.
Okay. I got Tampa.
Yeah, you got Tampa.
Oh, I was confused. I was like, Tampa's pick 53, guys, and I am picking linebacker, edge rusher, or defensive back, cornerback. I am going to go ahead and get Benjamin Morrison from Notre Dame, drafting him to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You're
That's
headed to
pretty good
Florida,
one.
my friend. You're headed to Florida. Great state of Florida. All right. So now we got Green Bay. I say let's throw some more wide receivers there.
You got a. Did you get a defensive player for them last time?
Yes, I did.
So I thought. So I
I
thought.
will tell you who I got. I got Jaden Brown, cornerback from Texas.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I think they need some more edge help. So I really like this guy too. I think we're gonna get Princely or Millinen from Mississippi.
Oh, I like that. All right, now I got to put my Jim Harbaugh hat on. Boy, it
Well,
hurts when I wear that one.
he picked the wide receiver the last time, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I am going to go with the tight end. They need tight ends. Um, I honestly think on the tight end side. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
is the stars lining up again?
It's trying to, but we're going to ignore the CJ West, and we're going to go with Mason Taylor from LSU, tight end.
Oh, really?
I like him over the other guy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, so now we got the Buffalo Bills at pick
Ah,
56 for you to deal with.
good thing I got a trash can right beside me. Anyways,
Wow.
anyways,
You have very little faith in
so
Mason Taylor, do you?
uh, I don't know. I don't see what you see in him, but that's just me.
Okay.
Anyways, got the
Agree to
Bills.
disagree.
So we already done went uh inside defensive lineman for them. So of course, yeah, they need defensive help because that's what killed them last year. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Let's go. Uh, let's go. Maxwell Hairston, out of Kentucky.
All right. Now I got my Jags on the or Panthers, not Jags. Woo! Get my teams right here.
They
All
went
right.
inside defensive player, DI last
Yes, you
time.
did. You can always get a lot of them, and it's never going to hurt you. Um, but I am going to look a little bit everywhere for them right now and see what would be a good fit. Wow, the defensive people just kind of overload the wide receiver. And really, honestly, I think this is a point in time when you need a wide receiver more so than a. See what we got left for the wide receivers here. Yeah, there's still a lot of good wide receivers on the board that's been over not there yet. I believe they will probably add another wide receiver to the core. They need it. I'm looking at Kyle Williams from Washington State. Now you got Texans on the board, and I
Yes,
went.
I do. And so we are going to pick. Oh, but they need more help on there, though. They need more help on that offensive line.
I agree.
So we're gonna go with Ariante Arceria
For
out of
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yep.
All right. And then I got the Ravens again. I guess the Ravens are going to be my team this year. Uh, mm, they need a guard. They also need edge rushers, and this is the perfect time to get them because they're going off the board. And I think what's a good edge rusher that fits that kind of dynamic pack group? Hmm. I like. I'm going to go with JT Tumaloa from Ohio State to the Baltimore Ravens. Now you got the lines on the board, and I know who you're going to draft for him, Jack Sawyer. So just go ahead and read it out.
No, I already done got him an edge last time.
Oh, okay. I was testing the waters.
Yeah.
Testing the waters.
Or that water ain't safe for drinking. So
Okay.
let's see. They do need. So what? Yeah, we're gonna give them a Gamecock.
Oh man.
We're gonna get Demetrius Knight Jr.
Oh wow, I didn't expect that one.
Well, they need linebacker help too. But I think mostly for left linebacker, but you can play him anywhere back there.
So I gave him a running back last time for the Commanders. They're at pick 61 now. I put Henderson there. I am now going to look at shoring up a little bit of that defense to help out that edge group. And then we can also look at cornerbacks and safeties, or cornerbacks mainly. And I think he's fell far enough. Siobhan Revelle from East Carolina. He is headed to the Commanders. The Bills are now on the clock.
Damn, I feel like this is like the third time the Bills has been on the clock.
Yeah, they have a double pick in the second round towards the end. It was they had let's see, they had pick 56 and they had pick 62. This is their last remaining pick for this round. This draft. I don't think they have a round 3. Yeah, they don't have a pick in round 3. So yeah, they're not even picking in round 3.
All right, so we're going to.
I would rather, if you think about it, look at this. What if you're a team? Wouldn't you want both of your picks in the? You want your one pick in the first round. You want 2 of your picks in the second round. I would rather pick both of my players in the second round than have to wait till the third round.
I want most of my picks being from round 1 between round through 4, really.
Yeah.
5 and 7s are more like we hope that something comes out of them.
You get a Tom Brady occasionally.
Yeah, you get a Tom Brady, you get a pick in the Nakua every once in a while, but that's like once in a
It seems like a
thing.
lot.
Well, I mean,
once in a while.
I don't know about a lot, but
I mean, every year there's a player in the mid round that just outstands everybody. So here we go.
6 rounds, not mid.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm lining up their needs if you want me to.
Yeah, you can.
All right.
Also throw a wide receiver up there too.
Wow.
Don't wow me. You know they need help in that too.
Oh, they need help. Yes. There you go. I got the wide receivers added in the bunch.
So we're going to. So we need to try to figure out how to make Josh Allen quit being Superman. So we're going to try to give him some more help.
Okay.
We're going to give him Jalen Royals out of Utah State.
All right, I like that.
They got to at least try to get somebody else.
Yeah, so with the Eagles now hitting pick 64, and this is me on the clock.
No, you're the Chiefs.
Yeah, Kansas City. God, I keep jumping. I keep jumping, man. I don't know. Either I need to lay off of it. Well, I haven't been drinking today. I'm just tired today. Busy day. I worked all day, and then we took my daughter to piano lessons, and I'm like, oh, I'm out of it. So, all right. So, definitely don't want wide receivers up there. They need guards, interior line, mainly just interior line. And, oh no, they need tackles. So, we go there. We got to start protecting Patrick Mahomes. We got to shore up that line. They're not doing a very good job of it, but they also need defensive, right? You wait too long in defensive, they're going to lose out on that. Um, so first round, I picked a guard, Tate Ratledge. I believe I need to go a defensive player this time, and I am going to go pull my cock out and go with the Gamecocks and get TJ Sanders. I mean, we're all throwing these around. Why not? Here's mine. And we're drafting them. Now the Eagles are on the board, and I don't get to pick for them again. I have to sit here and sweat. I think, let me tell you, they need a little bit stronger wide receiver core, okay?
What are you? Are you sure you ain't drinking tonight?
I'm just,
Well,
just kidding.
so we went edge last time, so y'all are definitely gonna need some corner help.
Yeah, they're definitely. Ooh, I like him.
I definitely need a corner. Well, you know what? That's who you're getting.
Oh, I like that pick. Iowa State. Come on,
Yeah, you're getting him.
Darren Porter. Love it. Oh, now we have finally finished the round two. This is our last go. We're going to do a round three, finish this off. Oh, man. It's been a long one here. Giants is going to have two picks in here, and it looks like I'm going to be picking for both of them. I still believe it's too early to grab the quarterback. I believe they will get a quarterback in this round, but I believe it'd be the 99th pick. So at 65, I am going to go with a cornerback or a defensive lineman. And I think I'm going to stick with the cornerback. I'm going to get Zaria Thomas from Florida State. And that will throw the Chiefs have two picks in this. They got 66 as your pick, and I'll be doing 95. So I need to pay attention to what you get. So
I didn't realize I was gonna be picking for the Chiefs anytime.
well, they had a trade, so they got one of Tennessee's picks. So
damn.
They're on the clock. What do you want to get them? I say shore up that line for Patrick Mahomes. They have nothing there.
Well, man, didn't you go back to back on that though?
Yeah, I did. So I think you might want to go defensive. Well, no, wait, hold up. What did I get last time? No, I got a defensive line and one. I went tackle, defensive. So,
Oh well, we're gonna probably shore up that offensive line a little bit more. I think that'd probably be the right thing to do.
there's your offensive line, guys.
Yeah, go with the Ozzy Trapoli, the Boston College kid.
All right. And look at that. I got the Browns on the clock. And the Browns have two picks. Still think it's a little too soon. Well, maybe not too soon now. Good opportunity now to pull in a quarterback. I think this is a perfect opportunity for a quarterback. I believe there has been some rumors of that. They did talk to him. I'm not saying they would do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and draft Jalen Milroe. Why not put him there? Give him an opportunity. He sounds like it's going to be a third round. Him or Will Howard's going to go in the third round, pretty much. I think both will go in the third round. So, but Jackson Dart is ranked pretty high. He's still on the board, but I think Jalen. We're going to go with Jalen Milroe. We're going to draft him to the Cleveland Browns. I'm gonna digress and let that be. Go ahead. You now got the Raiders on the clock, and they only have one pick in the third round, and that is at pick 68. So make it good.
Okay, so we went running back first round. Okay, so they do they need defensive help, but they still could use. Let's see. So the first round we picked Genty for them.
Yes,
So
Ashton Zentney,
yeah, we
and then we
stuck.
picked a defensive lineman in the second round for him.
Okay, so okay, that makes it a little bit more easier now.
Now, so we got a
So,
defensive lineman.
and the wide receiver.
And so we haven't picked out their other need, cornerback.
Yeah, we need a cornerback.
There you go.
All right, give me Jalen Noel out of Iowa State. Help them out in the receiving core. The Patriots.
So I got the Patriots, and I have two picks for the Patriots in this round, and I'll be picking both of them. So I'm gonna do a little research here and understand what we've already gave the Patriots. Uh, so we have already gave them a running back, Dylan Sampson, and we also handed them. We picked up Dylan Sampson in the second round, and the other pick we had for the Patriots was a cornerback, Travis Hunter. So we picked up a running back and a cornerback. Um, we got two picks in the third round. Our needs are still wide receiver, and we haven't fulfilled that. And we definitely need some interior line. I am going to go ahead and pick a Xavier Restrepo from Miami to the Patriots as wide receiver. And then that will put the Jaguars on the clock. And
So
okay, go
they're
ahead.
gonna. Well, they need tight end help
You'll get two picks for them in this round, so
because
he's
Evan Ingram
gone.
has already gone. It's gone. So let's get Elijah Arroyo out of Miami.
And then I have the Saints on the clock next. And they got two picks. So let's see what we've done for the Saints so far. We picked up a defensive lineman in round 2 at pick 40. Uh, then Saints also picked up Saunders as a quarterback, pick 9. So I'm looking at that, and I got two picks in this round. I got a pick at 71. You need a running back. Yeah, we definitely need a running back. So they're going to put a running back up here. And we also, they're saying we need a wide receiver. I don't see why, but we'll throw that up there. And we already got a defensive line. So I think at this time, for this pick on the safe side, I believe the best pick for them would be Caleb Johnson out of Iowa, H-back. That would put the Chicago Bears on the clock. They need so Chicago had two picks in the second round. We gave them a running back, pick 39, A safety pick 41. And then in round one, we gave Chicago another tackle at pick 10. So where do you want to go with that? So you got a running back.
All right. So we're probably gonna go and we probably need since we already got that.
This will be their only pick in the third round. So
Get them they need some defensive help too. So get Xavier Watts.
oh, I like that.
I think he fell long enough.
I believe the Jets will take a tackle in this round. I think they still need to shore up that front end, secure it. I believe they will go with Marcus Mabo from Purdue.
Okay.
Yeah, I
All
put
right.
the Panthers on the clock for you.
It's time for them to get an edge because
We got them a wide receiver at pick 57. Seemed like they had two picks in the second round, but no, they don't. They only have one. They only had one there. And then we got a defensive line in round one, Mason Graham from Michigan. So you said you want to go with what now?
we're gonna go with edge.
All
And
right.
we're gonna grab Brand Brady and Swenson.
From LSU.
Yeah, I don't know why they put the N at the end. Should have just.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, we got San Francisco on the thing, and I've been shoring up that front end for that quarterback, and I think I've let the other positions kind of fall a little bit. So I will definitely go with a defensive player this time. I believe I'll go with a cornerback, or I might go with the defensive line. I believe we'll go with the defensive line because I really like Sherman Turner out of Texas A&M. So we'll definitely draft him to San Francisco 49ers. Pick 75, and they got pick 102 in the round two. So now we got pick 76, the
All right,
great Dallas Cowboys.
we're going to pick R.J. Harvey out of UCF.
Oh, okay. Sure up a little bit of running back room, huh? All
Yep.
right, so we have the Patriots back on the clock. So we've got them a wide receiver. Seems like the Patriots picking a lot, don't it?
Yeah, I think it's because they made some trades.
Yeah. Trying to see when they picked in the second round. Did they even pick in the second round? I felt like they did.
Pretty sure they did.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
there it
right
is.
there.
We got them running back. And we got them that's a little bit towards the front with the first round. See here. Travis Hunter, running back. Wide receiver. Guess we're going to go with tackle. They need some O line. So, best they got right now. Oh, good. I am going to go with Cameron Williams out of Texas. tackle.
All right.
And that'll put Arizona on the clock. And they have previously, they have not, I don't think they picked any. Yeah, they had, we got them a defensive lineman, Omar Norman Lott, in round 2, pick 47. And then in round 1, they were pick 16. You got them Will Johnson.
All right, so we're gonna go. They need some offensive line help. Yeah, they need some offensive line help. So I think we're gonna give them a Jonah Savillinea out of Arizona.
All right. Now put Texans on the clock, and I believe we're going to do the same thing for them. Give them some offensive line help. And we're going to go ahead and draft Charles Grant from William and Mary.
Hey, I think my son's getting a little bit more irritated with a mommy in there, so we might need to speed it up a little bit.
All right, we're about done.
Okay.
All right, so the Bengals is next. Or no, the Colts is.
All
Go
right,
ahead and.
so we're gonna get. I already know who we're gonna get for them
All
because
right.
I see them right there. We're gonna grab Carson Schwinsinger out of UCLA.
All right, and I am going to send Ohio State Jack Sawyer to the Bengals for 81.
Dang! If you wasn't gonna get him, I was gonna send him to the Seahawks.
All right, well, Seahawks is up next. Who you
Well,
going to get?
they can get Jared Ivey because they need an edge.
There you go. And then Pittsburgh is on the clock for pick 83. And I got to refresh my mind real quick. Real quick on this. I'm trying to remember who we picked in round 2 for Pittsburgh. I'm making sure no quarterbacks were drafted for Pittsburgh. We didn't draft any quarterbacks for Pittsburgh, did we?
We did not.
Okay. I believe this is where Will Howard will go off the clock. Quarterback. I got Will Howard going Pittsburgh Steelers.
So same place, just different round.
3rd round.
All right. So for them, I'm gonna give them an edge. I'm gonna give them another Gamecock. I'm gonna give them Kyle Kennard.
All right, got Denver on the thing. I believe they're going to go with defensive line. I'm going to give them CJ West.
Okay. So I got them, and they need some defensive line help. So give them Alfred Collins out of Texas.
So Minnesota 88. Oh no, Green Bay 87. I'm going to go ahead and give them edge rusher Josiah Stewart from Michigan for Green Bay.
Okay,
The
so
Jaguars traded up and they are at pick 88. They took the Minnesota pick.
So give them Andrew Makuba because they need
I like
safety
that.
help.
All right, and I got Texas. Finally, gonna get the draft for Texas, and I think this is a perfect opportunity for them to go ahead and get some more interior line. See what happens here when I do this real quick. Wyatt Millum from West Virginia, tackle.
So the
All right,
Rams, we're going to go with linebacker. We're going to go with Chris Paul Jr. out of Mississippi.
All right, got Baltimore Ravens on the clock. They need a guard. They're going to go Willie Lampkin from North Carolina.
All right, Seahawks. We are going to go with Jordan Birch out of Oregon.
Edge rusher. All right, Saints are back on the clock. They got their quarterback. They got a wide receiver. Um, they need some more defensive help. So I am going to draft Joshua Farmer from Florida State.
All right, so now we are going to give them some running back help. So we're going to give them Damian Martinez out of Miami.
Kansas City is on the clock. They need a quarterback. So I'm going to draft. No, they need. I believe they're still going to work a little bit on the defensive side. So let's see what they got left for linebackers, safeties, and D-Lils. I guess we're going to go with Vernon Burlington from Texas.
Okay.
That puts the Eagles on the clock.
All right, so they are going to get. Let's see. I'm not. I don't know why it says wide receiver still. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
But they need. Y'all still need some corner help. Y'all need some. Y'all still need some corner help. But you also, you know what? You still need. You know what? It doesn't hurt to get some more edge help either. Get Elijah Roberts from SMU.
I like that pick. So we got Minnesota on the clock, and they are needing defensive backs and safeties. I believe they will draft Lathan Ransom from Ohio State.
Okay. Dolphins. They are going to pick Jordan Phillips out of Maryland.
So we are down on the Giants, and I believe this is where the Giants will take a quarterback. I don't think they're going to wait till next year. They're going to get something to try to put in there. And I think the best pick for them will be Jackson Dart from Mississippi.
All right, so the 49ers.
Another quarterback is needed.
But I do think they should at least go ahead and get somebody. I don't know, I think they need some receiver help, honestly. Get Isaiah Bond can't quit getting into trouble, so give me a Savion Williams out of TCU.
And then I am going to pull a tight end out. Pick 101 for the LA Rams, but I am going to pick the best of the tight ends. And this is going by our rankings previously and tiering the rookies. I'm going to pick Harold Fanning Jr. from Bowling Green. And the last pick of the third round, we kind of sped through that last part because we got commotions on both sides, so we got to get to our children. So, so who do you got for the Lions?
All right, so for the Lions, we're gonna give them some offensive line help. So get Anthony Belton out of North Carolina State.
All right, so there it is. 3 rounds. Oh my God. Took a little break. We're out of shape. Now we're back. So that was definitely fun. Looks good. I am so pumped to wait till this draft is over. I can't wait till we tier out we're gonna do a 7 tier for the rookies when they're drafted so we get an overall where we have our rookies ranked. During preseason and all that stuff, you'll see some of them rookies end up on practice teams. Some will get starting jobs, some will be backups, and so on. But we're still going to put out our initial tiering rank right after the draft, and then we'll start going into individual positions. Uh, Next episode is it's going to be a fun episode, guys. We're actually doing a draft for a dynasty startup. It's a 20-round draft. Um, we'll probably only display I'm gonna record the whole draft, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna release it yet. If we're just gonna might release the whole 20 rounds for you guys. I don't know. Either way, it'd be fun. You guys get to see. And guess what? There's the big surprise is I got the 101. Ooh.
Mm.
So we wonder where Ralph's gonna go with this. We don't know yet. Running back. Is it running back? Is it wide receiver? Is it quarterback? It's a quarterback flex. So who knows how we're going to swing that way. So definitely exciting. All right. So you guys, if you like the content, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And like I said, me and Austin still going to put out a few more pre-drafts before the actual draft. So we'll have another shot at this. And then we're going to start covering rankings again because April the 24th is just around the corner. It's April 11th. So we're not too far away, are we?
Mm-mm.
All right. What do you always say?
Make sure you share because sharing is caring.
That's right. Sharing is caring.